Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNV1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and just a collection of some cool-ass, wonderful people.
Good evening and welcome to WNV1 Radio. You are in tune now to Straight-to-the-Point Sports, where we're here at our lovely studio in downtown New Bedford, and I'm joined with the fellas, Kevin Rudolph, Steve Lope, and Derek Concesio.
What up, everybody?
What's going on, fellas? Listen, we can't get any more sports than we possibly have right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's sports galore, you name it. In any sport that we talk about, there seems to be a lot of things that we're able to talk about. So obviously we always talk about football. That's one of the main sports that are going on right now. And to add to things, we got the NBA. The opening night was a couple of nights ago, and it didn't disappoint. We had a couple of marquee games to kick it off, and then the following night was preceded by the brand new rollout of ESPN with the old TNT crew, Shaq, Kenny, and the boys. They're all there.
Shaq looking real slim. Charles Barkley looking real
lost
slim.
a lot of weight. Yeah,
He kept been working out together.
He was.
The heel that way.
At any rate, so the NBA is back. We got a lot of things to talk about, including a controversy about the FBI investigating illegal sports betting, and there were a few individuals
Inside
that had ties with the NBA who have been arrested. We'll talk about that as well. And we can't forget about the fine thing that is known as the World Series that is set to take place starting tomorrow. And we know that the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers will be doing their thing come Friday night. So we'll talk about that as well. As always, you are encouraged to call in and converse with us, debate with us, laugh at us. No, you won't laugh at us, but you probably are on the other side, but who cares anyway? But the audience is always encouraged to call in 774-425-2631. If you want to talk about something, if you want to add to some of the points that we're talking, you want to bring something up different, you're welcome to call in. The lines are always open and we answer the phone. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get to the NFL. All right. We'll talk about the NFL. Fellas, per usual, we'll go around the table and we'll talk about games which caught our eyes. Kevin, set it off.
Is there any other game to talk about, really?
Well, what caught your eye?
Denver and the Giants.
There you go. All right. Denver and the Giants. Steve, what do you got?
Strangely enough, the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game.
Yes, Thursday night game.
High scoring and a lot of unexpected offense.
Yes, that was good. Derek, who you got?
Packers-Cardinals.
Packers-Cardinals, yeah, that was a good game.
A little closer than it should have been.
Yeah, that was
Set coming in and not like lighting up the board, but he played okay.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I originally had the Broncos, but there's another game that we could talk about too, which would be probably the Colts and Chargers. We could talk about that. That wasn't close.
The Eagles-Vikings.
Eagles-Vikings. Strangely enough, when we talk about that, everything that we talked about last week kind of came true. So we'll start with Kevin first. He said the historic comeback in the way
shouldn't have been a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
It's another one with the Giants coach.
Yo, hold on. Let me call Fu. Make sure he's watching.
a historic collapse.
it almost reminds me of the Cowboys losing to the Niners that time in the playoffs. Like it's just you as a coach, there's like almost like a blueprint for situations like that, and he basically blew the whole damn thing, bro. Like it's crazy. Like the kicker missed 2 extra points.
Yep.
Like
he's no longer there.
Yeah, he's no longer there.
It's a midweek.
He is no longer there.
It's. I mean, I was screaming for Jackson Dart to stop from the beginning of the season, and I hate to bring that up, and I'm not tooting my own horn. That's not where I'm going with it.
Toot, toot.
But the kid is legit. I'll give him that. He did throw a pick. I get it, but I'd rather have them growing pains with Dot than what's the other fool's name?
Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Russ.
But like Scatterboo, like their team is just they're 2-5. But as a Giants fan, I mean, if I was a Giants fan, excuse me, obviously, I'm not a Giants fan. I'm sorry for you.
Wow. Whoa.
They are
As some of my really good friends who are Giants fans, you should feel hopeful.
They are a couple of plays away from being
like 5-2.
Yeah,
Some more punch
Could be
on
5-2,
offense.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, defense.
You lose one of the best young receivers in the game.
Yes.
Like, he's done for the season, obviously. And the crazy part, I read a highlight today. He hasn't even had surgery yet.
no
surgery. I read that highlight today.
Wonder why? Because
I don't know what's going on, but I know I read that on the headline today. The neighbors still hasn't had surgery yet. Somebody can confirm that if anybody's listening, but I don't think
wild.
That's like, what are you all waiting for? Like, you trying to slow his recovery process? You want him ready for the beginning of the year next year. So, but yeah, it was just a wild game, and I got to give credit to Bo Nix and them too, man. They weren't. What was it? 33 points in one quarter.
33 points
in like 8 minutes. At that, it was like 8 minutes.
33 points in the fourth quarter.
It was
So-
19-0 going into the
third quarter.
They scored
So,
like 33 points in like under 10
33
minutes.
points in a
Crazy.
quarter is the second highest in the NFL, only to Detroit's 34-point comeback win against Chicago on September 30th, 2007. They scored 34
Can you see that?
points.
Sign language to Derek.
They scored 34 points. Teams had been 1,602-0 when leading by 18 points in the final 6 minutes. So now that there's a 1 by that.
That's still like 99.9994% of win percent.
Jeff, you said there was a blueprint to how that happened. How did it happen? What allowed them to score 33 unanswered points?
No, I
What
was
should they have
talking
done?
about towards the end of the game where
Time management.
with time management.
I thought when you're that
there's a-
far ahead,
time management.
you just
No,
run
no,
the clock
It
out.
didn't help. It didn't help that Dot threw an interception.
Yeah, I didn't. That Dot threw an
That
interception. I
started
said that.
that started the down.
But there was certain things that Dabo could have did to run that clock out, and he didn't. He
Yeah.
just didn't do it. It's crazy to think of some of the plays that he was calling, and I was like, what are they doing right now?
They had to score on every possession in the fourth quarter to score 33 points.
Bro, it was.
and they scored kind of fast.
Yeah, they did.
It's not like
They scored very fast.
yeah.
Very
It's not like it was 10-minute drives.
The
5-minute drives.
Scoring was literally chunk plays, and then 3 and out. Turnover, 3 and out. A chunk play, touchdown. It all happened so
You should have seen how you was there. How happy Fu was.
Oh yeah, they were on.
When-
We finally got one. Him and Greg,
I said, don't speak so soon, brother. There's still
and they were
what was it,
stunned.
33 seconds left on the clock or something like that.
And I have to say, as much as Dot impressed me, Bo Nix, like you said,
Yeah.
I've never seen him lead a team from behind. I never thought he was that explosive type quarterback who could strike fear into a team and lead. He got the ball upfield. He ran a couple of times, a nice timing play, and they had him in field goal range.
He set a record.
Hmm?
He set a record.
For
The only quarterback to have two passing
passes
touchdowns
and
and
two
two
rushing
rushing touchdowns
touchdowns.
in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth, in
Yes.
one quarter.
yes.
he was running a lot, man. He made a lot of key plays.
Well,
The whole fourth quarter.
well, that's the thing with that Giants front seven, man. They're
And that's the other
they're
thing.
making some noise.
Burns went down as well, though.
Yeah, he
Burns
did.
went down in the third or fourth.
Did you see? Did you see him going into the locker room?
Yeah, he was upset.
Oh, he was pissed.
I can't believe we played drop 8. Kind of is that?
Yeah.
Listen, you play to win, not to
Yeah.
not to play defensively. Anytime
Exactly.
you play defensively, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Bite you in the ass.
You play prevent is gonna prevent you from winning.
Yep.
We all know that,
Stop
right?
doing what got you there in the first place.
You got to stay aggressive. You got to be aggressive. You can't just let a quarterback sit back there and have all the
No,
time he wants. You got to put pressure on him.
No.
They were-
Drop
they
eight.
didn't
And
do
you
that.
drop 8 and you go into a zone, and there's what in zones. There's always a what in a
Oh.
zone. Yep.
Always hold.
And not only that, you're giving the quarterback extra
All
time
the time.
to find those holes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you got to put pressure on that quarterback.
It's been and I said this a couple of weeks ago. I said, you're going to have, with this new young crew that's in New York, you're going to have times where you're going to be like, yes. Then you're going to have times like, what the hell just happened? And it's been that way. A win, a loss, a win, a loss for 4 straight weeks now.
Yeah.
But this is all part of the growing pains. I mean, very rarely are you going to have people that are going to just Tom Brady you, come in and just take over. There's a process, and unfortunately, they're going through this process. But the upside of it is you see the talent, right? You see the talent. You see what they're capable of doing, and you pointed out, right? Kev pointed it out. But one of the best wide receivers, they're doing it all with him not being there. So there's a lot.
But you know what that does though? That in my opinion, that opens up the offense, because now your quarterback isn't just zooming in on just that
Yeah.
one main
Other
guy.
options.
Yeah.
So
Especially
it opens
scatterable.
it up. Yeah.
Well, you find gems that way.
Yes.
You find gems. You know, because it's next man up. Sometimes you don't know you have a next man up until that man shows up, right? So it makes it all that much better. To not have sometimes that guy there. Look, it happened in Dallas, right? Everybody was like, Pickens, is he going to be the Pickens is old? Is he going? And now you have a plethora of people going on. I don't want to jump off, but I just wanted to make that comparison. Steve, your game. Who did you pick? I forgot
The
already.
Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game.
Thursday night. Yes.
Old man still doing
Flacco
it.
came in like he's been doing it right all season long and had to learn an offense in a short turnaround time.
The Ben Gay game.
Yeah. Again, you have Jason T.
The
Higgins.
Ben Gay game.
The Ben
right?
Gay
Easier
game.
to
That's
adjust.
fantastic.
Two of the oldest quarterbacks in the league right now. So Flacco's 40 and what is thing 38?
No, 41 and 40.
41 and 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bleacher
the young-
Report. I don't mean to interrupt you. Lick Neighbor still hasn't had surgery yet.
Wow.
Bleacher
wow.
Report reported that today.
So it doesn't make a difference. They're both over 40.
Yeah. They both played well though.
Yeah. The only thing is the outcome. Rodgers two interceptions came back to hurt him.
I think that tackle by his offensive tackle hurt him.
Oh yeah. So they did you see the interview? Did you see the interview?
Yeah, he set a record.
Yeah.
So the
16
interview.
161.
Yeah.
So the interview. Rodgers said, "Listen, man, I'm 40 years old. You can't be jumping on me like that."
Oh.
He's like, "Listen, there's the traditional thing, like a head slap." Even a small headbutt, but you can't tackle me. You tackle me, I don't know if I'm getting up. And he was like, he was adamant. He's like, that's the first time in my life a guy jumped on me like that and tackled me. He's like, I didn't know what to do. Like,
He was
I'm
a
like,
big dude.
Yeah,
What are you
he was
doing?
so happy he didn't know what to do, so he just jumped on him.
But yeah, so back to Flacco, man. You got to take your hats off. Now, raise your hand.
He went to the cash cow.
No, listen, raise your hand if when you saw that sign and you thought it was kind of humorous.
Which one?
What are you
Flacco, when he was signed, when they signed him,
Oh, yeah. I
Right.
was surprised. Yeah.
everybody was surprised.
I was surprised for
signed
the
him. I thought you
age.
said
Signed
saw
him.
that sign.
I was
when
surprised.
you
I was
saw
surprised
them
about
sign,
the age, and I was also surprised that you trade a quarterback in your division.
yeah, it was a dual-edged sword.
And no offensive line for a non-mobile quarterback. I said, that's doomed because Burrow's more athletic than him, and he couldn't survive behind that line.
Yeah,
But he's getting rid of the ball. He's
there you
not
go.
getting
He's getting rid of the ball quick.
Quick
That's the thing.
reads.
Um,
And you got some good weapons.
Burrow
to do that
tends
with.
to hang on to the
Really
ball.
good weapons to do it with.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, if you can get the ball out of your hand, I mean, he has a whole.
Oh, God. Tight end.
He has tight end
Receivers.
receivers up the
Running
yin
back.
yang.
Yeah.
But you know what else it opened up? And I don't know which one affected which one first. They had the worst rushing offense in the league, and Chase Brown had his best game.
Yeah, he did.
11 for 108,
Yeah, he
averaged
did.
9.8 yards a
Yep.
carry. So when you can run, it's going to open up the pass, or vice versa. Did they come out throwing right away, and then Chase Brown got yards, or did they start off with the running game?
I don't know. You tell me. Freaking Chase was targeted 24 times.
Yeah, I just don't remember when they first came out at the first one or two possessions. because I know Brown had good stats at halftime. I just don't know if they established the running game and then they had to adapt and then he started going to the passing game. But both Brown and Chase, 24 targets, 16 completions.
And he could have had, because he dropped a couple of easy
ones.
He could have had close to 20 catches.
Yeah, he could have.
He had one where he went out of bounds, one where he went over the middle wide open, and it just like hit him in his stomach and fell through his legs. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's not true.
But yeah, still had 16 for 161 with
He wasn't ready for all that. That's why.
Yeah.
He's going for not getting the ball because Chase Browning. Whew.
And then the funny thing is, we know about the threat chases, but all the other receiving targets had large averages per catch.
Yeah.
For instance, Higgins, 16.0 yards per catch. The tight end, I don't know how to say his name, Iosivas, 16.3 yards per catch. And even the backup, Noah Fant, 11 yards per catch. All his plays were chunk yardage plays. There was no dink and dunking.
What was his numbers?
Who?
Flacco's.
Flacco was 31 out of 47 for 342 yards, 3
And
touchdowns, and 0 picks. Conversely, Rodgers was 23 out of 34, 249 yards, 4 TDs, but he had 2 interceptions. So those 2 interceptions ultimately cost him because they were cashed in for 14 points.
Yeah, do you think that cornerback should hang him up or what? Because he got
the one that was getting toasted? The one they got in the trade.
Oh,
he got abused. I didn't want to say his name. That's how bad the abuse was.
Yeah, it was bad.
He got abused.
And another one who got abused was Lattimore in the Redskins.
Oh, Jesus.
Game.
Oh, yeah.
God. If it wasn't CD, it was Pickens.
Yeah.
They were talking the whole game.
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
they were.
Boy.
So, yeah, I mean, from the outside looking in, when they signed Flacco, when they traded for him, I should say, I didn't expect this. We know that he caught fire. What was it, last year when he came in? Last year when he came in. Oh, it was 2 years ago. Yes, when he came in, he caught fire real quick. It was like, and then he kind of fizzled out. Cleveland, yeah.
That was his original team.
Cleveland.
He got a ring with Baltimore.
But yeah. So I mean, moving forward, if he can produce these numbers, man,
and
look
Burrow
out.
And Burrow can recuperate.
And you know what the crazy part about it is? They're just one game out of the league.
And their defensive star didn't even play.
One game.
Who didn't play?
Their edge rusher.
Henderson didn't play?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know how I missed
He
that.
sat out.
So obviously head to head is huge, right? Because ultimately they're 4-2, 2 and 3 and 4. You might as well say that's a half game because you got the head to head.
They're lucky enough to start off 3-0.
Yeah. So now, all the pressure's on the Steelers because you look at Baltimore, they're just a mess over there. What are they? 1 and 4?
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
Yep.
All right. So Pittsburgh.
They won't lose this week.
Well, yeah, they're getting a lot of people
playing this week.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Their bye week was
They're
last
playing.
week.
Yeah, they're playing. No, their bye week was last week.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. They're playing this week. Yeah, and their quarterback's gonna play. So he's been practicing. It looks from all indications, it looks like Lamar's gonna go.
It's the only chance they have.
Yeah.
He better be the regular Lamar, not to stand in the pocket. He better use his legs.
Yeah. So I mean, all the pressure's on the Steelers now because it looked like they were gonna run away with that.
They really did.
Because
really
Baltimore was on the ground, no pulse, and you look at Cincy, your quarterback goes down, and you're like, how are we going to gap this? Then all of a sudden, Miracle Flacco shows up, and boom, now it's interesting again. If the Steelers blow this one, the
After
fans
spending all that money.
Yes,
they broke the bank. This year.
I keep saying it. Not your daddy's Steelers.
If I'm not mistaken, they're the highest paid defensive team on.
They might be. They might be.
So yeah.
It'll just give more voice to all the Steelers fans.
Yeah,
fire Tomlin.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with it. Right.
Quick.
A lot. I mean, the Steelers fans. It seems every year they're calling for Tomlin's head. But to jump out as they did with and how the division was looking, they might have some reason because you got like Derek just said, a highest paid defense. You went out, you got a quarterback that you thought was going to do some great things, and If it doesn't work out, yeah, Steelers fans, you might have some
Yeah, you might have a leg.
solid ground.
Yeah, you might have a leg to stand on.
From the non-Steelers fans looking on the outside in. I might have to agree with you on this. Steve, your game. I mean, Derek, your game.
What did I say?
Green Bay Cardinals.
Green Bay and Cardinals. The Cardinals. I think the Cardinals should get rid of Mighty Mouse and just go with Brissett.
You want to hear something interesting? The Cardinals have lost 5 straight games by a combined 13 points.
Yeah.
So
Don't know how to win.
don't know how to close. They don't know how to close the show. So
You know what they should do? They should move their team down to Texas because he's undefeated. in
yeah,
Texas.
I know. I know.
That's
And they
not
played
even
him
a
next
Cowboy
week.
joke. He's from the area.
Yeah,
High
so
school
Texas.
ball
Yeah,
out there.
he's won.
undefeated.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
won. He's won in high school, and
Yep.
yeah. And they play the Cowboys next week. But to get back on to the so yeah, they 5 games, 13 combined points. That is crazy.
And not only that, they're on a backup quarterback.
Yes.
They're on the 3rd string running back. Like, they're getting it done.
Yeah.
Trey McBride is finally living up to his.
Hey, that's
Billy.
my guy. That's my guy.
He's getting in the end zone this year.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
twice
yeah.
last week.
I
Yes.
got a question for you. I'm gonna interrupt. Who's in first place?
Oh, the internet's not working.
Oh, I just wanted to make that.
Who's in first place? The Patriots. You know
What
it's
are you
wild.
talking about?
We just
You damn well know what I'm talking about.
fantasy. He's talking about fantasy.
Oh shit!
Uh,
In week 7, they fucking-
Still
It's
talking
like
shit.
6-1. So
At any rate, so this was the first game.
Your chest was out real big when you was like 3-0 or 4-0.
I didn't even say a word. The only thing I might have said was when you played Steve, I might have said something nice. That's about it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, B. Go ahead.
Hey, whoa! I beat Brian this week
So what? Who cares?
with nobody.
Well, we know. Listen. We all know why you won
Yeah.
because I forgot to set my lineup.
that was another game I was going to bring up as a surprise.
Somebody that was playing over in England. Had I switched my
Stafford.
quarterbacks,
Had
I
I.
was smashed.
But you didn't.
That's all right. It's okay.
Didn't
It's
it?
all right. Listen, it's all right.
Pay
It's
attention.
all right. So this was the first game I think that Michael Parsons finally put his stamp.
Yeah, what do you have?
He had
3?
Three and a half.
He had three
He's
sacks,
probably rounding his
but he
shape, too.
had like
Missed a lot
almost
of
like 8
preseason.
quarterback pressures.
Yeah, he had like 6 or 7 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, but
He had a couple tackles for loss too.
yes, he got it done when they needed to.
Yeah,
Right. This is what he was brought in for.
That's
close the show. That's what you're
And-
supposed to be
and
doing.
you know
just
why-
alluded to that. Like, don't go into that prevent mode.
That's right.
Stick your guns on.
You know the wild thing, right? So when we look at that division.
He had 4 tackles for losses.
When we look at
All
that
his tackles for losses.
so when we look at that division, right, we're not really kind of paying attention to the Packers because of the loss and the tie, but they're leading the division.
Because of that tie.
Yeah, because of that tie.
Crazy.
Because of that tie. It's a half game.
The thing
You know
is,
what I'm saying?
the thing is, and I don't mean I'm not trying to shit on the Cowboys, but when they played them, you guys were hurt and you guys didn't have everybody, and they lost to the Browns.
Yes.
So that gives them a black eye and a half.
It does, but then you had the idiot lineman who was like, we can really go undefeated. Like,
Yeah.
did he really
Yeah.
say that? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
After week 2,
Yeah, like I don't see anybody beating us. Like,
You
really?
get full
Like,
of-
really going there.
You get full of, you know what happens? You know, they get caught up in all the hype. Everybody was caught up in the Michael Parsons. Everybody was caught up in the Michael Parsons.
Nobody will ever deny what he is. Michael Parsons is a worldly player.
and that was after 2 home games.
yeah.
Yeah.
They played back-to-back home games.
Yeah.
So you know, quiet is kept, right? Quiet is kept.
Echo in here.
It's just it's one of those things that you got to pay attention to. I even myself when I looked at the record, I'm like, wait a second, they're 4-1-1. I'm like, wow. I just it doesn't seem like they're 4-1-1.
And they haven't.
That's crazy.
Their best game was against the Lions.
Yeah, first
Yeah, it was.
First
Week
game,
1.
yeah.
Other than that, they played okay against the Redskins, but
Yeah.
other than that, they won by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Or tied or lost.
they got it done when they needed it the most. Towards the end of the game, and 4-1-1. First place by a half game. First place by a half game. My game.
They lead the NFC.
I was going to say the first
Overall,
place in the NFC. Yeah,
Overall,
they're number one.
that half game,
That
they're
half
number one
game,
seed.
yeah.
That half game really makes a difference because
They
it's
couldn't
not a
beat
win
them
and it's not a
shitty
loss.
Cowboys. Couldn't beat them.
Yeah. So my game, because I didn't want to hop on the same game as somebody who Steve,
It was
one of
me.
you guys had. I had the same.
Denver, and
Would have been the Eagles and the Vikings. Now, when we were talking about it last week, what did I say? Release the beast. Let it fly, right? And what did they do? They let those
AJ
2 months
Brown.
on the end. They let those 2 months, and the bad part about it is Saquon hasn't even got started. I mean, has he had a game where he's had 80 yards yet?
I don't think so.
No. I think his high is like 75.
That's
He
crazy.
had 44 last week.
Yeah, no, he hasn't had any good games.
Not to shit on the Vikings, but do they have decent cornerbacks?
I don't
Yes, the one they got from Philly, who had been playing great this year,
Who was that?
Isaiah Rodgers.
Okay.
And Murphy, who we re-signed to the contract, had a good year last year, but I think he played above his talent level last year.
So the Eagles, like I said, what made them so dynamic last year? One was their ability to make big plays. Their ability to make big plays on the opposite side of the field, defense, right? And they managed to do it. They managed to do it this week.
What did Brian say to you about your offense? What was your offense doing for me?
I don't know.
Oh,
They were giving me points by
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
them
yeah,
picks.
because-
Oh yeah. You're giving the guys wrong points. Yeah, defensively, there you go. But-
then he had to worry about playing against his own quarterback on your team.
Yeah, I couldn't clap hard. But another thing, Steve, their inability inside the red zone to cash in. 5 out of 6 times you had to kick a field goal. 5 out of 6 times you had to kick a field goal.
Oh, you activated your running back tonight. So
Yeah, Aaron Jones.
Yes.
But I don't think he should start right away because Mason has been doing all right.
I think Mason might
Mix
take the
him in.
realms 75% of the time.
But
Yeah.
you know what? That's a good
Two-headed
Yeah.
monster.
two-headed monster.
You don't have to burn
It's
one
not
out.
as good as Detroit or anything. but-
And that's another thing that, since we're mentioning games, Mr. Gibbs's performance was unreal.
Hey, we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that right now.
Mhm.
We don't want to get Derek's head big.
Nah, it's
As
not
big it already is. It is.
fourth
we're
down
not-
and what?
We're not talking about that. What I want to say is we already talked about the big playability, but also Hurts in getting back to letting the ball fly. He had a perfect
Threw
pass
for over
rating.
300 yards for the first time.
He had a
in while.
perfect pass.
The only one so
rating.
far this year.
19 for
Of
23,
course, it would be against me.
326 yards, 3 TDs, no interception, perfect passer rating. All right. My question is for you. What's going on with Justin Jefferson?
You don't have a quarterback.
No, I just think,
Why did Addison have so much?
yeah, I was just going to say they have a better, just like the rookie, or the semi-rookie, they seem to have a better relationship with Addison, maybe because Addison was suspended and probably playing with the backup team, so they developed timing with him more. But
Addison-
I don't. In the preseason, I know, McCarthy had a good relationship with him, and then when Wentz came in, Wentz seems, I don't know why, but they seem to have a better relationship with Addison.
So
But Addison's not seeing probably the same
The
coverage
volume.
as Jefferson either, though.
Yeah.
Jefferson is probably getting that safety over the top.
9 of 12 for Addison, 9 receptions, 12 attempts. Jefferson only had 10 attempts.
yes, and he
10
had
times,
five,
five of
five for 79, no touchdown. Addison had 9 for 128. Is it because of the fact that not trying to fit into tight windows?
Maybe, and I think what Derek said plays a lot because Jefferson's getting double teamed, so Addison's beating single coverage.
You
on the
can't
other
leave
side.
Jefferson by himself. There's
Yeah.
no
But
way in hell you leave Jefferson.
But he
by
always faces double coverage. He was facing double coverage last year.
Yeah.
Different quarterback. That's why I said
Definitely quarterback.
maybe Wentz doesn't want to throw him in tight windows.
I still have to go back to. I don't understand why they let Sam Donald go. It racks my brain.
Yeah.
Like,
He's having an MVP type season,
Like,
and
Wow,
they didn't want to
listen,
spend the money.
they're seeing it now, right?
But we wouldn't have gotten a couple of players if we would have kept him. I doubt Mason would have been on the team, and I doubt one of those offensive line.
So would you rather have Mason or would you rather have Donald?
I'd rather have
Well,
the offense.
I was
I'd rather
more
have
confident
Donald.
with Donald, except for the games against Detroit and the Rams. They were the only two he had problems with, and maybe you can adjust to that. But the rest of the league, he was burning them up.
Yeah,
and he had a great relationship with every wide receiver.
Well, I
You
just
had how many losses last year?
Three.
Three.
And
Three
you have
losses.
how many already this year?
Three.
It's three.
We might run to
500.
Yeah.
You might go undefeated for the rest of the
It's
season.
going to be tough coming back on 4 days today.
Yeah. So I mean, you look at the Philly wideouts, right? It was a dream day for them.
Oh God,
Devontae had 9 for 183, right?
Most
And every
never
time
had.
you looked, he was
Yeah.
getting a chunk, right?
Well, that's having AJ Brown on the other
Hey,
side.
there you go.
Dallas Goedert, did he?
That's right.
But Brown only got 4 targets. He just
But for
he-
121
most of them
yards.
for 4 catches.
and 2 touchdowns. Half of his catches turned into
I can see him
touchdowns.
start saying, "Well, you still didn't use me enough."
Well, no, they're happy now. They're happy.
I don't know. I don't know if he's happy.
4 or
They're,
6.
they're happy.
I'm not
Listen,
I don't know if
listen,
he's happy.
listen.
Here's the thing: there's enough for them all to.
That's right.
There
There is.
really is. You
Keep
should
the defenses guessing.
just think about it. Like Saquon had how many carries? He had what? I think it was 17, 18. And he only had like not even 50 yards. Was it
Yeah.
46, 44, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's why I said it. He hasn't even gotten started.
And he hasn't even gotten started yet. But I attest a lot of that too is their offensive line has been hurt. Like you went from one of the best offensive lines in football to going through some injuries and some nicks and dings, and they're not playing the way they should be. But I think it's all the ship will get righted with them, just like how Casey righted this ship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's all of a sudden Casey's everybody's favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Well, they're getting healthy.
Listen,
Yeah.
the good thing is, and I keep telling people this, right? Look at their record. They're 5-2, right? And people are making big deals about.
Too close to Halloween for that bullshit.
I heard some noises. Ain't nobody moving.
The door is a little slightly open. People are making a big to do about them guys, and they're at the top of the division. They got the second best record overall in the league. You know what I'm saying? So
With a plethora of teams.
it's good to have this problem and still remain winning. Say what you may. I want to go to Saquon's what he said about the perception of how you win. Did you see that comment?
Yes, I did.
He said, people's how they see us winning. You got to be dominant. You got to do this. It's not going to happen that way all the time. Listen, at the end of the day, you get the W. You get the W. You move on to next week, all right? Because guess what? At the end of the year, those W's mean something.
Yeah.
You might get a bye.
Home field advantage.
Home field advantage. All these wins that at some point in time they count.
And the least you got to win your division.
That's right.
Guarantees you a home game.
Take care. Listen, I always say it. You take care of your division, then you worry
Right.
about what's outside.
Yep.
All right. There's nothing more important than taking care of home, and then you go outside of the division.
There's one positive thing about this game for Minnesota. They figured out a way to put a little halt into the tush push by putting that
That guy
lineman
sideways. Did it really work?
Yes. They couldn't go up. They couldn't rush up the middle.
And they still jumped off sides.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, not everybody can run the tush push that way. You got to remember, you got a quarterback who's, really strong, can bench, can
Especially
squat,
his legs,
Squat
and do
700.
all kinds. Not everybody. You can't put everybody behind that line, and they're going to do it.
They're running back, same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't. That style of play suits them best. All right. Not to mention, Kevin just talked about not having all their offensive linemen there, but when healthy, it was the best way to stop them to do. Don't let them get to 3rd and 2 and 4th and 1. All right.
Mhm.
The old adage, right? If you're embarrassed, if a team's embarrassing you, right? Stop them. You don't want to be embarrassed. Stop them, right? That's the way I look at it. So when they were trying to get rid of the tush push and everything, I said, listen, it's a legal play. It's a legal play.
I guess there's still a push to get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is if they go this year and they're in the playoffs and ultimately that is a deciding factor on a few drives, of course, everybody's going to complain. Everybody's going
Not
to.
bad, man. Peace.
You know,
Yeah.
I look at it this way. Don't let him get into, like I said, don't let him get into 3rd and 2 and 4th and 1. Then you won't have to worry about it.
One of the biggest advocates about stopping it, Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not a legal play.
It is a legal play.
Yeah, and I
It
agree
is.
with you.
It is, but
It's a show of force.
a lot of the times that guard is moving before that.
Well,
ball's
yeah.
moving.
That's
It's
what I
not
said.
being
It
called.
kept off
So
sides
if you
on the
look,
offense.
so my
It's not
thing
being
would be if I'm a coach and that happens, I would do something so egregious, like take my red flag out and throw it just to make a point. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a point.
But that's a play that you can't challenge.
I said egregious.
I know, but
I said egregious. I'm being sarcastic with it, just to make a point. You know what I'm saying? To bring attention to it. But that's just the thing. It's a show. It's a play. That's a show. It's a show of force. It comes down to who can get lower, who's stronger.
and my thing is, you each ref meets with the coaching staff before every game. My thing is, how many times has that been brought up for the refs to watch it, and it still goes without being called?
Yeah, no, I get it. At some point, I don't know when, but it'll get called. It'll get called. People keep complaining about it. It'll get called. But it is what it is. Like I said, don't let him get to that point, and you won't have to worry about it. All right. So in regards to injuries,
Oh, a lot more.
injuries. Mike Evans, that was pretty. And I said it when he went down, when they showed that view, his eyes were like, whoop. I said, oh, he got a concussion.
You seen his
But I
legs?
didn't see the
Yeah.
collarbone. I thought it was a concussion because
Well,
he
felt so just
fell on his
imagine falling sideways, going at that speed and then whacking your head. And then when he did it, obviously your collarbone's right there. Dude came down on him. So
See the way he
the added
was
pressure.
walking. I felt so bad.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was walking.
Oh yeah. They said that he was grunting, that they had to put him on the
On the little cot.
on the cart.
Yeah.
They said that he was in obvious pain. He was grunting. And they had to put him. But yeah, when he was walking, he was like,
When he was laying down on the field, his legs just, how when you get knocked out,
yeah, the
his
rigid.
legs just went.
The rigid, yeah. I forgot what they call it. That's like a when boxers get knocked out. I forgot the term that they use for it. But I said it right away. His eyes, they showed it from like the frontal view, and his eyes were no response.
No, nothing.
There was nobody home.
Nope.
There was no. I hate to laugh, but there was nobody home. I said, "Oh yeah, he's knocked out. He's knocked
No, you can laugh now because he's safe, but
yeah."
Nico Collins.
That was a big
Nico
one.
Collins, another one.
Yeah. Who else?
Oh, this is like
Bryce Young.
That's with Nico Collins, right?
Yeah, Nico Collins always gets hurt.
Yeah, one of my guys.
I had both those guys and needed 7 points to win and couldn't get it done.
Yeah, that's another reason why he won.
Oh yeah.
Another reason why he won. I had him out.
Evans, he got the one catch overturned, then he dropped the one out of bounds or
Yeah.
whatever it was called, and then that one, then they were like he had 0 catches, and it looked like he could have had 3.
Who, Evans?
Yeah, but none of them stayed because they got overturned. He dropped the ball that he got hurt on, and the other one was ruled out of bounds. But he had 3 decent plays.
But it was out of bounds. That one.
Jaden Daniels hurt this week.
Yep, he's
Hamstring. Another quarterback, Bryce Young, ankle. I mean,
Tight end for the Dolphins. He's out. He's on IR.
Saints running back.
Slicky,
No, the other one.
The Saints running back, Kendra Miller, tore his ACL. He's done for the season.
yeah, and they still got Kamara, so it's not devastating, but it hurts.
You're losing depth.
Yeah,
You're losing depth.
Kamara's not young.
No, definitely not young.
Chris
Didn't he
Olave
get-
was out, but I think he's coming back.
Did he
this
block
week.
a trade?
Yeah, he's not. He don't want to leave New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Kamara. Yeah.
He said he'll retire before he gets traded.
You know something? Whatever happened to Keyshawn Johnson's nephew there? What's his name?
Oh, Michael Thomas.
Yes. Whatever happened to him?
Well, he's kind of older now, but
I was just reading.
I just read something
me
about
too.
about
They're saying
Evans.
that
he was hurt like 2
they're
full
saying
seasons in a row.
He's still working out.
He said
he's ready to go.
He says he runs 500 slants a day.
Yeah.
Doing a vigorous workouts.
It's crazy
Whenever-
to see how he fell off.
Whenever Tampa Bay is ready to call me because of Evans, I'm right here.
It's crazy. The guy went from catching 1 million passes
He was legit.
to
Hands.
what was his injury? Was his knee or
And then he
or
chose
something?
not to have surgery and
Yeah,
rest
well,
in
that
the
was the thing.
offseason, and then he got hurt again. Now he's out 2 years in a row.
Because I remember listening to
His
Keyshawn
price
Johnson every morning
Oh,
on ESPN radio, and he's like,
Oh,
"Nephew's
God.
good. He's just," and I'm like,
Oh God.
"Yeah, he was a little.
He was a
biased.
broken record.
Yeah.
A little biased towards that."
Don't forget Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been hurt.
We don't know when he's coming back, but he's already missed 2 weeks.
Wow, he's missed 3 or 4. He missed
Has it
at
been
least
that
a
long?
month. Yep, I got him.
I had him in Rob's league, but I was like, I remember him playing like the first 2 weeks or something.
All right, games we're looking forward to next week. Packers Steelers, the revenge game for Aaron Rodgers.
He says it's not revenge. Leave
It's
him alone.
of course it's revenge.
Leave him alone. It's
Uh,
not
you-
revenge.
He is not saying it, but listen, whenever you get displaced by another quarterback or another person, you take that personal. I don't care what anybody says. That's just your competitiveness coming in. It's like, yeah, you got rid of me. I'm gonna show you what I got. And on the other hand, the quarterback that overtook you is feeling the same way too. I'm going to show you why they made the right decision, because if he loses, now the questions start creeping in. Well, maybe we should have kept him. Maybe we should have waited another year. It's a revenge game. I'm gonna say yeah, it's a revenge.
What's he? Is he 2 years gone?
2 years, yes. Yep.
Revenge.
3 years, actually.
Talk about revenge games.
The Giants,
Giants,
Eagles.
Eagles.
That's
That's Eagles.
2 weeks since they played.
Yes.
Second time in 3
They
weeks.
need to show. So obviously Philly needs to say, "Oh, that was a fluke." Giants need to say, "No, this is real."
Yeah.
Giants might have that formula.
So yeah, that'll be a good game. I think it. I hate to say it, Steve, but your Vikings and the Chargers. That's
That's going to be
Tonight?
tough coming up. Yeah, coming
Yes.
off the 4-day turnaround, and we just had a physical game with Philly.
Chargers
On the road at that.
Chargers, but the Chargers. You know what? Every time I put the Chargers, there you go. Every time I put
And
the
I think we can
Chargers up,
score on their defense. I just don't know.
every time I put the Chargers up, they let me down.
Yeah.
They let me down.
It seems like they've
It's
been
been this-
alternating wins ever since they
Especially
beat
with their
KC.
quarterback.
This has been
He
this
looks
way
great one week, and then
Oh,
he
he
looks
looks terrible.
average
for
another
2
week.
Yeah.
years now. 2 years. It's like, they did it again. They lose to somebody that they had no business losing.
Yeah. Jacksonville did it. They beat KC and then had a dud against San Fran. It's like, well, what's going on here?
So this is the first week where obviously the most buys are taking place.
Yeah, there was only
6
2
teams.
last week.
6 teams. This is the
biggest
now
one.
it's the biggest one. I looked down at the I'm like, whoa, wait a second, that looks like a IR report.
Yeah,
I saw those
Tough
teams.
doing lineups.
I'm like, whoa,
especially if you got any injuries.
yeah. But yeah, this is the first week where you have mass teams on buys. So fantasy, you really have to go. You have to dig deep into that waiver wire.
Hey, another game I think gonna be all right is the Bills Panthers in Carolina.
Yes, 4-2 and 4-3.
Yeah.
4-2 and 4-3. Bills. It's more important for the Bills. They need
Yes.
to keep pace with the Patriots.
Yeah.
They need and the Panthers. You're gonna have a backup quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
with the Pats up on the Bills is that they beat them in
Head to head.
Buffalo.
Head to head.
And they beat them
Yes.
in Buffalo. So
Yeah.
next time they play, they're coming in. They're coming here.
The weather. I don't make anything of the weather
Yeah, the
because
weather's not gonna
same thing. I think Buffalo's actually worse.
Yeah, Buffalo's far worse.
Upstate New York. But yeah, I think it's important for them because of the fact that they need to keep pace with the Patriots. If you should stumble, I don't know when they play the Patriots again. Every loss is going to be a half added to that because you got the head-to-head. So 1.5, 2.5,
Yep.
3.5, whatever the case may be. throw a half on that, almost like a tie in the opposite effect. But yeah, they need to keep pace with the Pats, because the Pats have a very favorable schedule, and moving forward.
December 14th.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
December 14th, they play the Pats.
What, the Patriots have a favorable schedule?
Yeah,
They
They
do.
do.
They do.
I know that.
They have a very.
Who's talking to you?
I thought this was an open session.
I
That
was talking to Brian
I
that
can
particular
hear something.
time.
Was that a cowboy thing? Do that on your own
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on your own time.
So yeah, once again, we're having issues with we apologize. We're having issues with our chat. I don't know what's going on. I have to inquire within, but if anybody would like to call in, you feel that strongly about what needs to be said, phone lines are open, 774-425-2631. You're more than welcome to call in and share your own thoughts.
So how do we feel about that Broncos Cowboys game?
How do we feel about it?
Yeah, because I'm not talking to Steve.
I don't get overly excited. You
don't care.
I don't get overly excited with the win last week because of the fact that we were playing a team basically with no arms, no legs.
Mhm.
Where's
that game being played?
It's in Dallas.
In Denver.
No, it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas.
According to this,
I thought it was in Dallas.
Cowboys at Broncos.
Oh, it's at Broncos? Okay.
Yeah, it's in Denver.
Okay, yeah.
So,
you know what? I was at the last Dallas game.
Great
It didn't
offense
work-
versus
didn't
great
work.
defense, but in
It didn't
Denver
work.
might be the turning point.
I've been to the last two Denver games that they
It worked
played,
out.
and we did not fare well against either one.
So Keith would be telling you to stay home.
So I went to the last game, which was in Dallas, and they throttled us. I mean, we left the stadium. It's the only game that I've ever left the stadium early for Dallas, even when they were getting beat bad. It's the only game that I left. I left in the beginning of the fourth quarter because it was ugly. They ended up beating us. I want to say the score was like 36-12 or something like that. It was bad. And then when I was way out the stadium, way down the street from the stadium, this is how bad it was. So I had just bought a beer because I beat the fourth quarter before they closed, and I was so pissed off, I threw my beer down. And beers are not cheap.
Taking my ball and going home.
But I made amends to it. You know what I did? So I walked down the long street there, and there was a guy selling beers. I bought a six-pack. And I drank the whole thing. Myself and Ronnie, we both bought beers. We went right to the van, and I drank the whole thing before the quarter was over.
Damn.
Before the game was over. Oh yeah, I was pissed. And I took it out on the beer. I took it out on the beer. Yeah, I did. But listen, I agree with what Steve said. You're going to have a good defense against a good offense. My thing is are the Cowboys going to be able to make enough stops to give the offense enough chances to keep up?
I think they have a chance because I don't think Denver's offense is scary.
They
They're
put up 33
opportunistic,
points.
and it might be a revenge game for your running back because he's going up against his old team.
Yep,
He's having a good year.
he sure is, but I still don't think that they have enough.
This is
Their defense is still their defense. Now we played a Redskins team with their three top receivers out, and then their starting quarterback didn't play the second half.
And Broncos got a pretty good receiving core.
They do. Colton Sutton,
Nims.
Was it Franklin? Is that the other kid?
and they, what I'll be looking for right away is to see what type of defense they play. You going to go back to your 75% zone, or are you going to challenge these wide receivers and make them throw in a tight window?
Your number 7, is he still concussed?
Well, I'm all set with him. I mean, if he can come back to somewhat of a form of what he was, but we got Cowboys are going to get healthy in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, getting the rookie back, getting a middle linebacker, and
they got the Rebel
rookie
kid, the cornerback they drafted out of what?
He got hurt last
yeah.
year.
No, he's a rookie.
I'm sorry.
Rebel
From
Jr.
South Carolina.
Yeah, something like that.
He got. What did he get hurt?
He's a big kid.
Yeah.
He got
He's a
hurt.
big
Training.
kid.
He's a
And-
big
At 6'3" for a corner.
Hey, listen, they said he had first round grade, but he got drafted in the 3rd round. I forgot what it was for, but they say the kid he's a baller. So
Because
we'll
he was
see.
hurt his senior year.
Yeah. So, and there's one more person coming back. Who's the 3rd person?
Linebacker, the cornerback.
Over Sean Rebel. There's somebody else who's coming back too.
Lineman.
Oh, our center.
There
Yeah,
you
absolutely
go.
right. Yep, our center's coming back.
Mhm.
So they are getting healthier, but I don't know if that's enough to at least make them in the middle of the road.
Yeah, but your son is not going to help your defense.
I wasn't necessarily talking about defense. The Cowboys are getting healthier. Like we literally had at one time we were playing with 3 undrafted linemen.
Yes.
So everybody always thinks like this game is usually won and lost in them trenches, man. You can control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but
control
these guys
a lot of
are
things.
not for nothing with them undrafted linemen. You guys are putting up points.
Yeah, the offense is number one in the league.
Offense is not the problem.
It's not. It's the defense, and when you have guys like they finally did something. Sanborn has been benched. He's terrible. So you got the kid, Brady. Is it Brady James? I think his name is.
Yes.
Is their linebacker, and even him, but he's a rookie. I could take that from him. I can't take a seasoned vet just not filling a hole properly or going underneath, and thinking overrunning,
under.
going underneath, and when you're thinking you still have that 25-year-old man speed where you can get there from being on. No, you can't do that. You have to stay true to your reads. The defensive backs, the safeties, not knowing who has who. Like this shit should have been all done and over with in camp, and you're still doing it. Game 5 and game 6. It's just the defense is just it's all over the place. It's a total mess. So there's no hope of anything going. But the thing is, you could have a couple players come back and steady the ship a little bit for you guys. It's just not god awful. You can have a 3-and-out every 3rd defensive series, like something to give your offense
In order
hope to win in a game.
The way I look at it, in order for the defense to be, I mean, if you can be a little below average, that would facilitate you having to have at least 4 to 5 stops in a game. 4 to 5. That's average. I mean, that's average. If you get a team to punt 4 times, that's average. But if you only finagle 1 stop, that means the other team's scoring somehow. That puts pressure on the other team on the offense to have to play flawless. And that doesn't happen all the time. There's tip balls, you know what I'm saying? There's people that fumbles. There's mistakes that you just can't control. And having to have the offense be perfect all the time and to put up 40 points all the time, it's asking too much. It's asking too much. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'll be watching on the first couple of defensive series, and that'll tell me all I need to know. That's it. Any other games before we move on? We need to get on to the NBA.
There's really not that many good games.
No, there isn't.
This week coming? Hell
yes.
no.
Especially early.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't.
Too many buys.
There isn't. All right, so we need to talk about the NBA. The NBA is back, obviously. Opening night was pretty good. We had the champs open up, and they played against the Houston Rockets, right? And it did not disappoint.
No.
Game
I
went into
enjoyed
overtime.
every second of that game, right down to the end.
Yes, well, we got extra basketball. Right? It was. You could see how the game was going, and I kind of figured once I obviously SGA only had 5 points in the first half, and your guy was going off. What's his name?
Sengun?
No, tall and skinny, big ears.
Oh, Chet
Holmgren. He was going off. He was playing well. I think he scored their first 8 points.
I still believe in him. I
believe in him too. But
it's his frame that's going to get him in trouble. I think it's going to get Wembyamba in trouble. They're so frail. I think they're injury prone.
Wemby's put on a little bit of weight.
He has.
Yeah. No, so I mean, they're gonna put on weight naturally. I mean, look, if you look at some of the a lot of the guys when they come in, it's just the metabolism over the years. You fill in. I don't think that either Wemby or Chet are going to be overly heavy.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
But
no, no,
when
I
you're-
mean-
but when you're too skinny,
Yeah. Physical.
especially jumping.
Physical. The
Full
physicality. Listen, it's just simple, right? You go jump and block someone's shot, and then you come down on someone's foot. That doesn't feel too good.
No, I don't know.
Um,
We've all done it.
It doesn't feel too good.
Well, not Derek. He wasn't really bad.
But as far as the game went, it double overtime.
And you mentioned the slow stop by SGA, but you see how we finished?
Yeah,
35.
30 points
When it
in the
came
second
to the
half.
fourth quarter.
Between the extra,
And
listen,
Closing time. Let's
Yeah.
go.
yeah, listen. So he had, like I said, 5 points at half. Then he with the 2 extra sessions, 30 points, and he closed the show out.
And he only had 1 3-pointer.
He closed the show out. Yeah, no, he got his midi game on. His midi game started like he started getting down and he started getting into the paint and started using that little elbow. I mean, the little shoulder with the bump and the step back. He got it. You know who impressed me? Who I'm still impressed with. I mean, I started liking him at the end of the year with Şengün.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a baby Joker.
Yeah, he is.
With
Really is.
with he's like a baby Joker.
But his outside shot is so nice, more than I thought.
Yeah.
For a big guy, I was like, yo, this dude's pulling up from threes
Yeah,
confidently. And
He played 49 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He played damn near the whole game.
39, 11, and 7. 39, 11.
And you know who I think is going to be vastly underrated? Houston suffered an injury during the first week of training camp. They lost their point guard, right?
Yep. Lost for the season.
But one of the twins, Amen Thompson, is a jack of all trades. He's not a point guard naturally, but he can play point, and he did play point. And he was the smallest guy on their team at 6'7". He didn't shoot well from 3, but he did everything else. And you look at his stats across the board, he did a little bit of everything.
That big ass lineup from Houston. I don't know.
Yeah.
6'11, 6'11.
Yeah.
But I
7
give both
feet,
teams
6'11,
credit for the
6'7".
quality of the game because there was no Van Fleet at the point for Houston, but there was also no Jalen Johnson for OKC.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams,
Um,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So
But
yes,
yeah.
they were both short.
Yeah,
Jalen Williams,
he was hurt in
who's
preseason.
who was an all-star.
Second best player on their team.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Just got that nice contract.
I didn't make. That's the reason why I didn't want to make too much of the game because you had him out, who's the second best player, right? Second
But
best
they
player.
still look
on
good,
OKC.
but
They still look
Can't
good.
lose a weapon like that.
Um,
I think they're at full strength.
Houston was without Van Fleet and Dorian Finney-Smith.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So both teams are short.
They were short-handed.
Both teams were short, but it was very
really,
competitive.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed
really
it. I
good game.
stayed up to that was early game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finney Smith.
Slow down.
He got
Slow down.
ankle-
No, it was the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
game
yeah,
when I
yeah.
tried to
Finney
watch.
Smith got an ankle
Yes.
injury.
Yes. He's got an ankle. And,
Who's this?
And Van Fleet has got an ACL.
Yeah, we know Van Fleet's going for the year.
Yeah. So both teams are down, but it was still competitive. I don't think either team took more than a 11-point lead. I think Houston had. I think it was 11 point was their largest lead, and OKC their largest lead was 5 points. So the game was very competitive as overall. But guess what? Cream rises to the top, right? MVP.
Sure yep.
MVP. With no time, with basically 2 seconds left, he got KG to bite on that pump, put him at the line, and close the deal.
But you know what that game also showed me?
KD's not the greatest defender. Never
No.
has been.
You talked about Şengün playing so many minutes. That's going to be a problem all year because look at their bench or lack thereof. Now, they lost Van Fleet for the whole year, but you got Shepard, Eason, Okogie, and Capella that came off the bench.
So the
Where's
the
the
point-
offense coming from?
the point
Finney
the point
Smith was
guard
hurt.
the
Oh, they got Davison.
what's his name, the white dude
Shepard, Reed Shepard.
Shepard. I'm not liking him. It seemed like he was getting under pressure and he just wanted to pull.
He wasn't hitting.
No, he wasn't.
3 for 11.
No, you can't have that. If you're gonna be pulling that much, you better be shooting. You better be shooting at least around 40%, and he was far from that. But the good thing is, it's the beginning of the season. They're gonna experiment with stuff, and if it's broke still, come time, trading time, come
They have to
February,
make a move.
you gotta make a
'cause
move.
They need depth and preferably a point guard, and then they can have Thompson switch off to point, but he shouldn't be the point guard
The main
option
point guard.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good game. The second game was a little
Really
late. I ended
surprised
up going to bed
Yeah.
at halftime. I gave up, and I knew how it was going to end. I didn't
I
see
watched the
anything.
first half of the first quarter.
I watched the first half, but the thing with Golden State that's going to get people now, I think, I want to say that Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry only played like 9 games together. And by the looks of things, Jimmy Butler, 31 points, 16 for 16 at the free throw line.
Well, he's always been a great free throw shooter.
Right.
And we know Curry said you don't want to foul either one of them. At the end.
And the game, even before it started, I said Luka's probably going to have like close to 50. He ended up with 40.
When we saw his transformation physically, we were like, and then when we heard that LeBron wasn't going to be there, I said the focus has to go to him. And he had a crazy game. All
43,
around.
12, and 9. One assist away from triple double. But I knew that was going to be the script. No LeBron there. Now you have to look at the role players. Are they going to be able to maintain? Are they going to be able to play at that level? And I mean, you had what's his name? What's the white kid?
Reeves.
He had a good game, but you just need more. And let's put it this way: a lot of his points didn't come when they needed them.
And the other thing,
He's new center they have. He was great.
But Reeves had 26 points. He shot 9 of 16, but he was only 1 for 5 from 3.
Yeah.
So you can't spread the offense when one of the guys you rely on is not hitting to extent.
So this is the first season opener LeBron missed in his 23-year career. He's expected to be out obviously until mid-November. They basically said sciatica, traveling. That's a part of getting old. And you know what the worst part about it is? Not going to get better.
No.
It's not going to get better.
As a person,
how many of us have back problems?
Yeah.
How many of us here?
You
Everybody raise their hand.
from bed and just walk. Simple. Walk to the bathroom and step wrong. And you act it up.
So with LeBron, it's going to be they've got to use load management with him, especially back to backs. For lack of better words, especially back to backs, because with your back, that's your core. What are you gonna do? And Father Time is finally caught up. It's finally caught up. If I were the Lakers, this would be, obviously they didn't extend him or do anything. So this is going to be his last year there. You start making the transition.
I think that's why they traded for Luka in the first place.
Right out of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the reason why Luka is there?
What did Luka tell Dallas when they told him we're not going to give you the big contract unless you get in shape, right? And he told him basically F off, I'm not doing it, blah blah. Now he gets traded, and all of a sudden he does what Dallas was asking him to do. He messed up on a max contract just by getting an attitude and not doing.
You've seen the writing on the wall when they made the finals the year prior, and Michael Finley went over and took the beer right out of his hand.
It's amazing how much that moment actually meant, But he came to LA and he got serious. And when I saw him and Zion this year, I said, "Whoa!"
Well, but Zion didn't really have a good game.
Not for game one, but they transformed their bodies.
Yeah, but
and
Zion needed to do
less
that.
injury,
He really did.
more endurance.
As far as the Lakers go, people, a lot of people. I'm not high on them. I just think that the West is overly saturated with good teams, and I think LeBron is going to be a question mark all year.
Yeah.
And God forbid if something should happen to Luka, there goes your season.
23 years is
they got Marcus
Smart. I don't care if you
watch out, he'll punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, if you say LeBron's the GOAT, Jordan's the GOAT, whatever, 23 years is 23 years. That's that wear and tear on your body. And Father Time waits for nobody. So it's going to linger all year and beyond if he decides to come back and make it a 24th year or whatever he does. But hey,
Yeah, I'm sure. This is how I picture his next year to go. He's going to do just as he did in LA. Listen, I'll play for you, but my son's got to come with me. His son's contract's up this year too. 2 years. That was it.
Maybe he'll go to Milwaukee, and him and Rick
Wasn't-
Free can control all the nepotism throughout
He
the
didn't
league.
sign for 3 years,
2 years.
so he got
He's
Guaranteed.
2 years.
2 years
55
guaranteed.
million?
2 years guaranteed.
Damn, bro.
For a second round pick, middle of the second round.
So yeah,
He was-
I'm sure he'll bring some along with him.
I thought that contract was only like $7 million.
No, yeah, no, it's it was 20 something $million he got.
I thought it was 50. Oh no, wait, maybe it was 22. I'm sorry.
20. It was
It was,
20.
he was picked 55.
Yes.
That's what
It was 20.
22 million.
Yeah,
Or did he make $7 million?
22.
No, it
He
was
made
20.
a lot of money off his jersey sale.
Yeah, well, at one time it was the number one sale.
Yeah,
Selling jersey.
yeah.
So
That was
Trying
that
to
was
get in on a.
that was just for the first month. That's
I
how
don't even know how that's possible. And we're not even gonna rehash this. It's crazy.
But at any rate, that was opening night. Day number 2.
Mm.
and
ESPN
a certain rookie.
ESPN launched its new TNT remake. I don't know how you want to call it, but it was funny watching them. Did anyone watch the pre-show?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh man, there was Charles was like, man, I thought there was going to be something different. And he goes, man, all you did was you flipped the TNT signs and you made him ESPN.
Yeah, that's all they did is it looked the same.
He said,
same
and
way.
he's calling the guy. He's like, look, you got whatever his name over there. He still ain't doing nothing. But yeah, it was fun. They hilarious. Listen, I can't imagine basketball
would've been the
without
same.
them.
It wouldn't have been the
They
same.
work
I
so good
can't
together.
imagine
Knowledgeable, the humor in it.
basketball.
Well, if you've seen the transition when they first started,
Oh yeah,
like Shaq wasn't that good. He
Yeah,
really
no.
was.
Right,
He
he's
was
mumbling.
terrible.
Yeah.
He was terrible. And they would get on him, and he would like try to play like he wasn't mad, but he really wasn't. But he said it. He said, "Listen," he said, "they put me in my place. I really had to go
Yeah.
back and get on my A game," and he did. He's a lot better now, and that the transition. But they've always been funny, and it's always just stood that way. It's just like I look more forward to probably watching that show than some actual games.
Kevin, it goes 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2 back to 1. It goes 1, 2, 3, man. Not 1, 2 back to 1.
do that again. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
Yeah,
But yeah, they rolled it open. They rolled out the new. You guys like how the format is? There's basketball every day.
pretty much.
I mean, so it'll be NBC, ESPN, Prime. They're all there. So there'll be a game on every night.
What about the people who don't have Prime? What
That's
about
your
them
problem.
poor people?
That's your problem.
I didn't say me.
Oh, their problem. I mean, that's their problem. Streaming TV.
Watch
with
it.
sports.
Watch it on your phone.
Watch it on your Fire Stick. Come on, man.
I
Everybody
have
does.
Prime. What are you talking about?
No,
I
I'm saying for the people.
got kids in high school.
I know you do. I'm saying for the people, go out and invest in the Fire Stick, right? It's that simple,
Very
right?
true.
Um,
Very true.
so they showed to watch all the games this year on TV. It was $600 and something
That's
dollars.
just in basketball. The same thing in football.
Yeah, streaming
Yeah.
services are taking
Yeah.
over everything.
Isn't the night game?
But that brings in more money to the respective leagues.
It was
It's money.
Thursday games.
It's
are
all
on
part of-
Prime.
It's all part of
Thanksgiving last
And
year.
morning games are all on like Prime. I think one of them might have been on.
Black Friday. Black Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, this is all part of the new wave. It's all configured in the collective bargaining agreement. It's more money for the league. You think they're going to say no? Nah, we don't want it. It's money for them. I mean, it's common sense. If somebody came up to you and said, hey, Kevin, Steve, Derek, yeah, you know what? Instead of starting at 6, we're going to start at 5:30, but we're going to give you an extra $2,000. Who's saying no? And nobody's saying no, right?
Hell no.
All right, there you go. It's incentive laden with money to boot. But the one thing I did find funny was how they got on Charles and they said, look, you go. Remember how last year he said, listen, you ain't on me. I ain't trying to be on 19 shows in 24 hours. So they made a 24-hour thing for him.
Yep.
And they were like, ESPN First Take. He was going to be on what's the one that comes on after First Take with the kicker there?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee show.
Yep.
Then they had him tennis. They put all these crazy things
Get
in
up.
there. They put get up. They
Yeah.
had him on. He
Yep.
said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "You're going to be on some talk show tomorrow." He said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." But yeah, I mean, I like it. You know, it's one of those things where I watch them purposely.
Yeah.
I watch them. I try to watch them the pregame, halftime, and at least the beginning of the 11 o'clock game. I shouldn't say 11 o'clock game, the late game. I watch them. If I'm lucky enough to make it to halftime of the late game, that's a bonus. But yeah, so that night, Knicks Cavs was featured. A game in which both participants were knocked out by the Indiana Pacers last year. Both teams who want to take on supremacy in their respective conference. Those by most people are going to be 1 and 2, give or take the order. And the game was kind of weird because New York kept jumping out to big leads. 15, 16.
And Donovan Mitchell
and
fire.
Oh yeah, as he always does.
I think it was like he damn near outscored the Knicks by himself, or
Yeah.
he had like one less point than they did.
As he always does. I mean, he's always the catalyst to bring them back. I mean,
Yeah.
he just gets, and then everybody follows suit. Everybody starts snapping threes or whatever everything. The ship is easily fixed when he's doing better. But the Knicks kept on, they kept thwarting it, going 14 points, whatever. But what I did like about the Knicks, obviously,
More people.
they played more people.
Looking at their bench now, 25 minutes from McBride, 13 for Shamet.
Yes.
Tyler Kolek
came right
13
in.
minutes. Clocks in 13.
Listen.
Yabusele, 12.
Why wouldn't you do that? 82 games is a long season.
It sure the hell
Well,
is.
who's the guy that was in the starting lineup? I can't even say his name.
82 games is a long season.
Porty.
55.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, who the hell's this guy? Who the hell's this guy right here in the bottom of the starting lineup?
That's the 55, the guy that was 55.
I guess.
Yeah,
But I was like, I didn't even
know.
know that name was on the roster.
I don't know.
And they probably did that to
that's-
keep their bench
Well,
stronger.
no, he's there for one reason only.
Plug it.
Yeah, there is a center that's not, that's not.
Oh, is he hurt already?
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Mr. Robinson? Injury?
Yes,
illness.
he's not playing. He's
Oh, and Hot didn't play either.
No, Hot had lower back spasms and Robinson's ankle. So basically, he's the second center. He just got elevated to the first spot because Robinson's not playing. But they left off from where they from last year. It's usually Brunson and Anunoby.
I didn't see
Brunson
his style
or Hart.
play.
But
I saw Anunoby, or whatever his name is, featured a little more. Brunson's their main option, but I felt like they were featuring him more than they were featuring Towns.
well, so this year what they're going to
Best
try to
big
do.
man ever.
This year, what they're going to try to do is play Brunson more off of the ball, so defenses won't have a chance to zone in on him to help out. You play him off the ball, and you pick a side. You play him in the middle. You got help from the left. You got help from the right. Now you put him on a side. You only got help coming from one spot. That's what they want to do.
I still can't believe Tom Thibodeau's not their coach anymore. I still can't believe
Or
it.
no one else's.
Well, he's helping the Celtics now.
Yeah, I was about to say, I seen that the other day.
He was at the Celtics flag. You got to remember, he's originally a Boston guy. He was their defensive specialist coach when Paul Pierce and them when they won. Before he took the
I had forgot all
Chicago
about
job.
that until you mentioned
Before he
it
took the
other
Chicago
day.
job.
I
Once
don't
they
remember him in
won.
Boston.
Oh yeah. He was the defensive guru. And that year the Celtics they set all kinds of records defensively that year.
They did.
I found it interesting. I mean, you got a whole bunch of new players. What are you possibly going to tell them? They don't have the same talent that they had last year.
No.
Half of the guys that are on that team weren't even there last year. So what are you really going to tell them? And they got a new coach with a new philosophy. So I mean, whatever he's saying,
I get it.
isn't really going to help much for those people. I mean, I've seen a lot of New York. I'm reading the New York fans. They're like, he's always been a traitor. We're glad we fight him. Dude, there's a new coach there. You think he's going to run the same thing?
No, hell no.
You know? It's like, come on. So yeah, I mean, they end up winning pretty handily, 119-111. But the next game, obviously we had the Spurs and Dallas.
Yep, 2 high-profile players,
And
one of them came to play, and Kevin's not so favorite rookie.
yes,
Now, listen, I'm not saying that the kid's not going to be good, but you know,
a lot of pressure on him.
there's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure.
And there's no Kyrie either.
Yes,
You know,
but this going back to last year, I remember I said it when he got drafted. I said I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. My main reason was because of the fact that not only would he not be a number 1 option, he won't be a number 2 option, and he certainly won't be the 3 option. He's the 4th option on that team.
He went to a team that has established players. Usually the first pick goes to
A bad
shitty
team.
Yeah, and then you get to be
A
the
bad-
number 1 option right
yeah,
away.
you're automatically
not-
thrust into
yeah.
that you're the man
So-
role.
Yes.
Like,
So they gave a similar situation. Which happened was Magic going to the Lakers. The Lakers were already good. It just so happened that they ended up landing him, and he went and he filled. He added to the depth, and it's the same thing with Cooper Flag. Dallas is good, and he could add to it, but I think that is a difference, right? Because he's more of a. He was thought more of a scorer, all right, or more of a guy that does little things here and there. Now you got to kind of throttle your game down and figure out where am I going to fit. I'm not really going to play point guard because we know Kyrie's going to be there. I know I'm not going to really be in the post because AD is going to be there.
He's going to be the 3.
And yeah, I'm going to be in the 3. But they were putting all these. We want to see you play point guard. We don't, no, you're not going to be doing a lot of outside shooting because you got a guy there that does a lot of the outside shooting. You just got to find your niche around those guys, and that's what he needs to do. But that was my reason for not.
But you know what
Right away.
I keep remembering? Everything said has a lot of validation to it. But last year, when he was playing against the pros, I forgot in what.
USA.
All all the pros were like, he's legit.
Yeah,
And he was.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to turn 19.
Yeah, no.
The kid's mad young.
no
and
one is saying
making an
that,
adjustment to college.
no
making
one
an
is
adjustment to
saying
pro.
is not saying that he's not going to be good. I think he'll be a fine player.
And he looked like on defense he was fine. He's just going to have to find his rhythm on offense.
Hey, did Likely get hurt? Because he only played 10 minutes.
Lively?
Lively. That's what I said.
I thought you said likely.
said likely.
I did. I might have.
It's likely that you
It's
said the
likely
wrong
that
thing.
Lively
I
got
said, doesn't
hurt.
he play for Baltimore?
Yeah.
I think he got hurt in the just before halftime.
Because he only played 10 minutes.
He got hurt just before.
I honestly think
just before halftime. I think it was.
I think he would actually. You might think I'm crazy, but I think he will play better once Kyrie comes back.
You listen. So you don't have to worry about creating or doing anything. You're already in the spot where, like, yeah, all right, whatever. I'm going to play off of him. You got 2 guys going to him. I'm going to have open shots. I'm going to have more of a line.
And then you're playing this anomaly. Like Wemby is something different.
Yeah.
Handles.
He's on a whole nother level.
That reverse dunk looked like he didn't even get off the ground.
You don't have to.
It was just crazy looking. Like
Who
he
was it? The Dallas center Gifford or something? He had Wemby out of position. And he thought he had like an easy little like 8-foot freaking bunny, and Wemby took it out the sky like it was nothing. And like half of his body was turned the opposite way, and he just turned and stuck his hand out, and it was just like, how do you shoot over this man when you're in the paint? Like, is it even possible? He's so big and long and athletic, and it's just.
and they said he
it's
grew.
crazy.
They were listing him at 7'5" now.
Yes.
It just looked unnatural to see somebody that big with that much
Bro,
mobility
it's
and skill.
Crazy how.
And then you saw what Anthony Davis's comment was that I thought was stupid as hell, but I didn't know it was a rule in the Philippines. They have a height limit. He goes, there needs to be a height limit. You can't have, well, you got to have skill with that height limit. There's a bunch of guys 7'3", 7'4" that can't do nothing. This guy
So-
had to work at his skill level.
So we'll show you what what his night looked like.
I thought he
Oh,
was
that little highlight reel.
I thought he was.
Full court zone pressure from Dallas. Try to slow the advance a little bit.
Oh my! The tomahawk!
I mean, he's over 7 feet tall. He looks like he's 6'2".
Wemby the catch and the finish. can't hit the leaner. So yes, Powell thrust into action. Wembanyama! Oh my! The cosmic grace. The number 2 overall pick gets it into Wembanyama, guarded by Washington. Wembanyama, the fake, the reverse, and the foul. A figment of our basketball imaginations. Wembanyama sat for the back half of that third quarter after his dazzling start to it. Picked up his 4th foul and was on the bench. Here's Wemby. Wow. Just perpetual. Can't hit. Wembanyama, his 13th rebound. Wemby shakes, takes, and slams. It's absurd. Wemby gets to Castle. Castle over to the cell, lobbing it up, and Wembanyama completes the execution of a beautiful set.
Yeah, so that pretty much was his mixtape. The guy gets 10 feet in front of the basket, and it's a dunk. It's a dunk. It doesn't look like it, but once he reaches, I dunked it. It's just one of those things that I think that I'm looking at their team. I think they got a few good pieces. They got a few good, couple of good guards.
Who I was impressed with was the Mr. Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he was such a beast on defense. I said, how did I miss that? He was all over the place, creating offense from his defense.
22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists.
Yeah. And then the rookie came in to spell him and didn't look like it missed a beat. Like they're similar. We said, how are they going to play together? But the plan was have Hopper come off the bench.
Yeah.
It's good. They just need, it's going to be. You can put almost anybody with him, especially, guards, because all you got to do is just go to the front of the rim, and the sky is going to open up. I think as they play against better competition, and obviously when you get deeper into the playoffs, teams they're going to say, you know what? We're going to double him, and we're going to get the ball out of his hands. Someone else do something.
But there's 2 guys they're missing right now.
Yes.
Point guard Fox
Yes.
and Jeremy Socran, who are key members of their rotation. And that's just going to give you more options.
Make them better.
Listen,
Because they added Hopper to that rotation.
It's just simple. Get snipers.
Yeah, they just need people that can stand there and hit.
Get snipers.
Spread the floor.
There you go.
Yep.
Get snipers. Make it almost impossible to double him.
Yep.
All right, you're going to double him? I'm going to make you pay. You continue surrounding him with shooters and let him work.
It's not even fair.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. And then when they decided to double down, you just kick out, rotate the ball, open guy, shoot.
All you gotta do is kick out and move.
That's
all
it.
he's got to do.
That is it. He's a cheat code, big time. It's not fun. Something I wanted to bring up about Cooper Flagg. He played 31 minutes, 10 points, 10 rebounds. You look at that and you say, okay, well that's a double-double, not bad. First game. Team high, minus 29, plus minus.
Yeah, I seen that.
3 turnovers.
Well, it's not only the turnovers, it's obviously what you're doing, what the plus minus on there's a lot that goes into it. But they were getting outscored by a lot of points, obviously, when he was on the court. I don't know, what needs to be done. But once again, I think they're putting a lot of pressure on him. Listen, we want you to play. Just let the kid go out there and play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let him go out there and play.
Absolutely.
I think one of the things that he missed was, if you notice, he was only 2 attempts from the free throw line. So that tells me he wasn't driving to the basket.
Well, it's telling me that he wasn't. You got to let the kid bring the ball to the court. That's his natural talent. He's better with the ball in his hands. I'm not saying he can't play without the ball in his hands, but his natural ability is having the ball in his hands. Even if you're giving it to him, just give it to him early, let him work and see what he does. Let him get comfortable. You got to get him acclimated, because if not, he's out of his comfort zone, And I think you've seen a lot of frustration with him when he was playing, and I noticed it. Like, maybe not frustration, but it just it's going to be a role where he's going to have to get used to. It's not been his natural role for the last 5-6 years.
It's different now.
It is.
He has to reacclimate himself to a different league. He's being put in different spots,
different scenarios.
That's right. He's not that guy. It's the re-education.
Somebody just said it. He might be the fourth option. When's the last time Cooper Flag has been the fourth option?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is an adjustment period.
It's just that for him.
You're not in Maine anymore, son.
So there was obviously like I said, I didn't think he was going to be the rookie of the year for that reason. But it only affirms what I said. You're going to have other guys. And that one guy last night was a bad man. Mr. Edgecombe.
And you know something? What's funny is during the draft, they really wanted Ace Bailey, and Ace Bailey made it known he did them a favor because they might have drafted the better player.
Yes, he had his preference on where he wanted to go. So you know
who
what?
does he look like? He looks like a baby Jimmy Butler. Anybody notice that? He really does.
Watch what you wish for. Sometimes you can help somebody out.
How mature and developed his game looked last night. And he was going up against Derek White a lot of times, who we know can play defense. He's a bigger guy. But it didn't matter who was on him. Like, he felt comfortable going to the basket. He was out in the fast break. He was playing deep. Everything I saw about that kid I liked last night.
All right, so we could talk about it, but why don't we show it? Why don't we show how it looked?
Or a screen assist by Cato. Edgecombe. Second offensive rebound, and the second time Joe Mazzulla will make a quick switch. Maxey defended by Pritchard. Shot clock gets low, finds Edgecombe.
You got to crash the glass. Celtics trying to create more shooting opportunities. With rebounding, that's how you can do it. Oh, man. Agreed, but Jaylen Brown had their pocket full of dimes.
Edgecombe, they were 7 and 8 in those games, including a Christmas Day win here. 5 for 22, all the way down below 23%. Edgecombe. Maxey finds a cutting Edgecombe, who Hank really not involved in the offense. Edgecombe. Grimes on the kick. Boucher trying to recover it, not in time. Jay. Look out. Oubre floats it. Edgecombe. It's good defense from Hauser. Barlow, the offensive rebound. Mazzulla doesn't like that. Edgecombe in the open, keeping himself in the game past the midway point of the fourth. Edgecombe now has the Sixers record.
Broke LeBron's rookies in the first quarter and in the first game.
So he broke all the records.
Iverson's.
He broke Iverson's. That was Philly, but he basically he scored the most points in a debut of a rookie since 1959. Wilt Chamberlain, 43 points. He broke all the records.
Was a 7-footer in the
There's only one other person that
this
he
guy.
he didn't, and that was obviously Wilt Chamberlain. How many points did Jordan have on his his debut? I want to say it was
like 18.
I thought it was more than that.
I thought it was like 28.
Yeah, he was in high 20s.
Yeah.
He was in the high 20s. I think it was like 27, 28. And I want to say it was against the Bucks, no? Or Detroit. It was someone in the division. It was somebody in the division that he played that he got it
Eric's about
against.
to give you the answer.
But yeah, that is the reason why I said I looked at some of those other rookies and just what we pointed out. Typically, you go to a bad team, so you get to be featured more. Edgecombe, who knows when Paul George is coming back?
Paul George might not be coming back.
But guess what? He's not going to be the first or second option on that team. He looked like it last night, but Embiid just didn't do nothing last night.
We didn't even talk about Maxey.
You know what?
Yeah,
Maxey was the first option, but Maxey looked incredible.
I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Yeah, we knew you were wrong
Yeah.
by a lot of points.
No, I was wrong by 2 points.
20?
16.
16? Oh.
It was only 16?
Oh, okay. I thought he had more than that.
16 points is his first game as a rookie.
All right. So, but yeah, we didn't even talk about Tyrese Maxey.
It was against the Washington Bullets.
So Tyrese Maxey, I kept saying it. I'm like, listen, you got to pick Maxey up at half court, because if you try to pick him up at 3/4 court, it's done, because he's already got the head of steam built up. And he goes, he's got the athleticism to just finish at the hoop. He can just like peel back, cross your back, hit the three on a dime too. He was doing it.
And that's surprised because we know his athletic ability, but he was killing the three too. So I was like, pick your poison. He's gonna blow by you, and if you take a step back, now he's hitting the three. You're
So
like,
listen,
what do I do?
So my thing is, right, unfortunately, the if you're looking at that backcourt right now, right, that's your backcourt of the future.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, that's your backcourt of the future. It's unfortunate that you paid Paul George all that money, because obviously you're not getting your bang for the buck. And I think if there's somehow, some way that you can either dump or package, take your pick. Embiid and Paul.
I think you get more for Embiid.
Well, but this is the thing. He's damaged goods. Damaged goods. So he played yesterday. They had him on a restriction. All right, 20 minutes. 1 for 9, 4 points.
And
He did
played
not.
in the fourth quarter.
He did well. 20 minutes was his restriction. He did not put his back once. He did not post up once. All jump shots. That's horrible. Horrible. You're the biggest guy on the court, and you refuse to use your physical ability to, and it's just, I don't know. How do you go from 2 years ago from being, the reigning MVP, averaging over 30 points, and you look like you looked yesterday? He just was settling. I'm going to take 3-pointers. I'm going to take 3-pointers. That's horrible. He hit one shot. He hit one elbow jumper, but everything else was either like a 20-footer or a 3-pointer. But if I'm Philly, they got a lot of good pieces. They got a lot of young players, and I'm figuring out how to dump one of those guys.
If not,
who has more years left on their
Embiid,
contract?
who?
Between the two that you want to dump, George or Embiid, who has more money in years tied?
Didn't they just sign George like last year?
That was his first year.
I thought 2 years.
I thought last year was his first year with the team because he played with the Clippers in the playoffs and they had a decent run. But remember, between him and Leonard, they stay healthy.
Embiid's due almost $60 million next year.
What if this is last year?
No, I think he has one more year after that.
So they can't dump him at the trade. Well,
no.
you could dump him at the trade deadline, saying you got him for another year.
Who's gonna want to pay that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who's going to want to?
It'd only be 1 year left because the trade deadline.
But my thing is,
already played the season.
You got to find somebody like someone like OKC was doing. That's the reason why they get all these number ones, because they were taking in the salary. They were like, yeah, you want to dump him? Okay, give me a number one. Okay, you want to dump? And Houston did it for a while too. You want to dump him? Okay, we'll take him. Give us a number one. And you got to find a team like that. Now.
Send his ass.
A team. There you go. I was just gonna say that. Danny Ainge is doing that currently right now. Yeah, you know what? You want to get rid of him? Okay, we'll take him on. We'll take him. You give us a number one. Who knows? But I'm looking at Philadelphia, and I'm looking at the roster that they have. They got a lot of young, interesting pieces. You get rid of those guys, and you try to get younger somehow, and try to get guys that are actually going to play. I mean, these two guys. I think together last year, I think they played 7 games.
They're the most expensive bench players.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. We need to talk about the big subject that was handed down today, in regards to the illegal sports betting and illegal underground rigged poker games.
The X-ray machines on a table.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Terry Rozier.
The card shuffler.
Oh my God. Terry Rozier. He's been under investigation. The NBA cleared him.
I was going to say they cleared
him. The NBA cleared him. They cleared him for obviously, there was rumors going around about him fixing stat lines on himself. They showed the highlights, and it didn't look too good. Some of the turnovers that he had didn't look like they were real turnovers, but also Chauncey Billups was involved with the rigged poker games.
And he's the one involved with the mafia ties,
And
right?
yeah, and Damon Jones was involved with both of them. He's like, I'll help you guys one. I'm involved with both of them. So we don't know the exact details. The FBI obviously gave us a little bit. I'll play a clip to give you a better understanding of what the findings were, and we can go from there. Hold on. Where is it? I don't know if I can find it. Why is this thing not? Oh, it's right there. It's not cooperating with me, but right here.
Kash Patel and the FBI just shed a ton of light into the illegal gambling arrests of Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones, so let's get into it. Starting with Terry Rozier, the New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch claimed that while Terry was in Charlotte in 2023, he helped other bettors gain thousands of dollars by letting them know he was going to pull himself from a game early for a supposed injury. Chauncey's part of this is even crazier. He was taken into custody over accusations of helping mafia families including the Bonanos, the Gambinos, the Genoveses, the Luccheses, in an elaborate scheme to fleece victims out of millions of dollars in rigged poker games. Billups was allegedly used to lure people into these high-stake poker games to make them seem more legit. Officials say they used X-ray tables, special contact lenses, fixed deck shufflers, and cameras to rig these poker games.
Players and associates allegedly used inside information to manipulate prop bets on major sports betting platforms.
Tisch alleged that one victim lost $1.8 million and that there were over $7 million in total losses, and that the mafia threatened people to recoup the money. Officials say that the cases for Rozier and Billups are separate, but that Damon Jones was affiliated with both. We will keep you updated as we learn any more about this situation.
How you like that?
What I don't like about it is they had this information months ago, but they struck when the NBA was getting a lot of attention. Opening week, that's when you want to break the story. This stuff was known in the summer, before the summer. Rozier was before the season ended last year.
I forgot what radio station I was listening to today, and they gave a poll about what is your feelings on the state of the NBA. Now, is this really the NBA's fault?
No.
Selected individuals.
It was kind of a rhetorical question, but you have all these people weighing in like, oh, the NBA's garbage, it's all fixed. So a couple bad apples are gonna ruin it for the whole bunch. So, like, come on, like you can't have eyes on everybody at all times. And if it's Chauncey Billups to be involved, if he's involved, because it's allegedly, he's just being charged, he hasn't been found convicted, and that's our court system. So if he, to me, it's just like, I think to throw away all the money that he's made and future earnings for a couple $1 million of what was he getting on the back end? What made this so special? Is he just the face of the investigation? Is it just somebody to throw in there? Because if they had broke this thing with the mafia and all this other bullshit, would anybody have batted an eye if Rozier, Billups, and Damon Jones wasn't attached to the headline? What do you think? I wouldn't have batted an eye on, because we know for a while the mob ran boxing for how long? Yeah. So what makes you think they didn't dabble their hand in all the other sports that we?
And we know that they had a referee not too long ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just it's an unfortunate event that happened because you think about sports and just as Kevin said, you had the mafia who we know for a long time, dating back all the way to all the way back to Jim Johnson.
Yeah,
is that his name, right? Jim Johnson. Wait, is it Jim Johnson, the black fighter there? Taking a dive and all that stuff. But it's just now, you always had the conspiracy, theorists that, oh, this game's fixed. Something happens. This game's fixed, and every week doesn't make a difference in what sport you have somebody on a podcast showing you, look, this guy did this, and why didn't he do this, and why didn't he do that? Well, why aren't you in the pros? That's how I look at it. Like, listen, it's easy being a Monday morning quarterback. Everybody can go back and look at the film and say what you didn't do right, because 50-50 is hindsight, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all can. Anybody can do that. It's what you do in real time which sets you apart from the pros and somebody who's not a pro.
This story is not exclusive to the pros. There's a big scandal on betting in college basketball too last year.
Yeah.
They had like 6 players that they investigated.
So let's just call it for what it is, right?
Money's money.
Let's just call it for what it is. Kevin and I, we were discussing it before you guys got in here. Ever since FanDuel has jumped into the loop of sports betting, we knew this was going to happen at some point, sometime. B, ever since kids started to get paid with NIL deals, that always ups the ante. Let's face it, Steve's the blue chipper. He's making $1.4 million. Kevin ain't making shit. Derek ain't making shit.
Gonna make it somehow.
What do you think's gonna happen? Somebody's gonna grow some envious balls and decide to do something that may be out the realm of being totally honest. Anytime you put money in the equation, betting, it's going to tempt someone.
What do they always say? Everybody has a price.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen and who was going to happen to.
And they say it ain't over yet. There's more to come.
Yeah, I know.
They said there was over 40 people.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is it's going to be like dominoes. Guys are going to get put under the light and be like, "You got any pizza?" All right.
Whoa,
Johnny did it.
Agent Zero.
You over the arenas?
Well, they were speculating that. Because he was involved with the high
Poker game.
poker games too.
They got
Setting them up at somebody's mansion.
Is this part of it? We don't know. We don't know.
He was out the same day.
He was yeah. He had some mob ties too involved with it. So we don't know. We're gonna wait and see. But I mean, I started looking online when I was looking it up, and now you have there's all these people throwing in. They had people throwing in LeBron's name
because of
Damon
his association
Jones.
with Damon Jones.
Damon Jones.
He knew that LeBron wasn't going to play a certain night.
Yeah, he's the unofficial assistant coach of the Lakers.
I mean, you're gonna
go back as far as when they were teammates with the Miami Heat.
Yeah,
they were teammates back then.
You're going to see a lot of people coming forward with conspiracy theories about about people who they think may have betted, or they think they. I mean, it is what it is until it's proven in a court of law, as far as I'm concerned. But it's just unfortunate now because someone like a Chauncey Billups, who was a two-time world champion, a Hall of Famer. This is all going to be for naught. His legacy, if he is proven guilty, is going to be shredded.
Well, I think there's going to be someone that's always going to be shredded, just even being attached to this.
Yeah.
It's going to follow him forever.
Yeah, I mean, if it is proven, now your name's attached to it. I think,
and they attach you to the mob.
I think your name's dirty now. I think
he was coaching a professional basketball game less than 8 hours before he got freaking bagged up.
Yeah, it's a shame. How much money is enough? How much money do you need, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're making millions of dollars, so you need more millions.
Greed is a
dollars.
powerful thing.
So now I look at it in this form. If you are caught betting and you're making millions of dollars, you seriously have a problem.
Yeah, you're a fool.
You seriously have a problem. I mean, the gambling is considered, it's in a form of an addiction. That's why when...
Bet you it's not.
Yeah, right. That's why if you've ever seen the don't worry about it. If you've ever seen the commercials, with FanDuel or whatever.
Bro, I didn't even touch that.
You did it, Kevin. It's all yours.
Well, if you sign on to FanDuel, the first thing
that's what I'm saying.
They tell you set limits.
Yeah.
They ask you if you need counseling.
Put your advertising for the Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah. So that's it. And
that's a requirement, not that they want to do it.
Yeah. That is it. That's one of the elephants in the room today, as far as big sporting news. It's just like I said, it's a shame, but it's all part of the process, of the betting process. Unfortunately, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the final word with the World Series. With the World Series. So keep it tuned, keep it locked right here to WMB1 Radio, and we'll be back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go. Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNV1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and just a collection of some cool-ass, wonderful people.
For a truly satisfying dining experience, look no further than Top Shelf Bar and Grill in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Our family-style restaurants offer an array of mouth-watering dishes, from pub favorites to traditional Portuguese cuisine. Treat yourself to an expertly prepared Portuguese meal or unwind with a handcrafted cocktail from our bar. Be sure to try our signature creations, including shrimp Mozambique, bourbon tips, grilled salmon, and the signature top shelf steak. Our warm and inviting atmosphere, combined with exceptional service, ensures a memorable experience. Since 2011, Top Shelf has proudly served a unique blend of Mediterranean-inspired cuisine, reflecting Portuguese, Spanish, and American flavors. Our founder, Robert J. Afonso, drew upon his industry expertise to create a welcoming space where everyone can enjoy a delicious meal, catch a game, or simply relax with friends. We strive to make our house your house, fostering a sense of community and supporting local organizations. When you visit Top Shelf Bar and Grill, make sure to mention WNB1 Radio and enjoy your meal.
Have you made that New Year's resolution to get into shape and you still haven't followed through with it? Then you need to join KO Gym.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
KO Gym is located at 50 Conduit Street in the north end of New Bedford, within the historic mills in a 5,000 square foot space, within plenty of room to train for social distancing, and the facility has unlimited parking outside. KO Gym offers exclusive training in Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu, as well as strength and conditioning programs. So if you're looking to train to get into shape to train for self-defense, or if you're looking to train to compete professionally, KO Gym has experienced professional staff to help you obtain your goal. They also offer one-on-one personal training as well as group classes to satisfy everyone's needs. So go ahead and let KO Gym help you make that change for a healthy body and a healthy mind. And also tell them that WMB1 Radio made the referral for you.
It's no secret that the trucking industry is struggling for drivers. So why not look for a school that can get you the credentials that you need to start that new career? Get on the road to success with J&J Driving School and Logistics Incorporated, located at 978 Nash Road in New Bedford, Massachusetts. J&J is a Black and woman-owned trade school leading the South Coast in CDL training. J&J offers the most comprehensive training programs for CDLs A, B, and school bus training. Don't let opportunities drive right by you. Go and see our friends at J&J and get your CDL career started right away. And be sure to tell them that WNB1 Radio sent you.
Welcome back to WMB1 Radio. We've got the final topic of the night before we get on out of here. Of course, we need to talk about the World Series because that is taking place on Friday, all right, which is tomorrow. The World Series is set, right?
And before we even do that, shout out to that Game 7 that was played in the American League Championship. I mean, that lived up to the expectations, and I hated to see any team lose, but it is what it is. On to the World Series.
Yeah, there can only be one team that's going to represent. I mean, how many times did we see this with Boston, right? How many times did we see Boston almost before they broke? I mean, somebody's got to have their heart broken, and unfortunately, it was the Mariners. And
Sure was.
just they were, they had to lead the whole game going up until the 7th inning. And then Springer hits that shot, and that was on the same day as the Monday night game, right?
Yeah, there was a lot going on
because they were having a watch party, and Seattle was
the
playing.
fans in football,
and everybody had their phones and everything.
It was a late Monday night game.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there can only be one. I just want to say one thing. All right. I want to know, and we didn't talk about it, but I did post it. All right. But let's see. Where is it? Right here. Who had better stats than that?
Oh, nobody. Best playoff that I've seen in my lifetime. Play one game in a playoff.
Who had better stats than that?
It's not real. It's all about
Dominate the pitching and the hitting.
Yeah,
the best pitcher and the best hitter.
That is quite frankly the greatest stat line ever.
Yep.
Now we've seen
none.
We've seen the home run pots, right? We've seen Reggie Jackson do it.
Yeah.
And but we didn't see him pitch six innings.
10 Ks?
Yes.
Come on.
That is mind-boggling. Like I said, I had to make some mention of it because that is pretty bananas watching him do something like that. I put a meme. I'm like, prove me wrong. This is the greatest stat line ever in baseball.
Yeah.
Nothing
I was just reiterating what you said.
Yeah.
I didn't make that.
Oh no, no.
I
I know.
seen your post. I was just like, and watching it was just like, this ain't real.
Yeah.
This is not real. Like, this is crazy. Like watching this, like I was literally like, I was by myself, so I'm literally looking at the walls in the house, like, bro, I wish there was somebody here. Like, I felt like, what's his name? Eddie Griffin on Def Comedy Camp. Is there somebody here I can talk to? Hello? Like, this can't be real.
So we know that the Dodgers, they made light work of the Brewers, swept them 4-0, and then
they made light work of everybody.
Yeah, as Steve alluded, it was a shame to see somebody lose between Toronto and Seattle.
Yeah.
And you have to feel for Seattle because they've never been. They
One of a few teams that never been.
They have that curse going on with them, but like every other team that's had heartbreaks, and boy do we know it. The Red Sox know it all too well.
Yeah.
So one good thing that was going on, I don't know if you guys seen it. Don Mattingly
finally going to get a chance.
Finally going to the World Series. We had talked about that, right? When we talked about ringless goats.
Yep.
And he was one of the guys. Yep. So now he's going to get his chance to shine, not as a player, but as a coach. I mean, it's all the same thing. Yes, it counts. Listen, you're going to get a ring.
Shit.
You're going to get a ring if you win.
Yeah.
They got to seal the deal now. They got to go on.
Tough ship for that, though, man, because the way those Dodgers are playing.
You know what's crazy? So 3/4 of the season, the Dodgers they were dragging their feet.
I compared them to the Bulls in like there's like in 92 or 93. Like they were average, and then they just know how to turn it on in the playoffs game.
Now they look like they're impossible to beat. I mean, they've got hitting, they've got pitching. Even the guys who are pitching are coming out and they're wagging it out.
Something they didn't have all season, they're healthy.
Yes.
So now they have a luxury of taking some of those starting pitchers and put them in the bullpen to shore up a weak spot. And their offense is coming around. At the beginning of the year, Freeman was hurt. He wasn't hitting bats. All them guys.
Even if he wasn't pitching now, you still have the best player in baseball right now.
Who was slumping.
Now can throw 10 Ks in a game. Like, what the? Like, that's not even fair. You want to talk about cheat codes? If Wemby's a cheat code, what is Ohtani?
He's a cheat
but he had a horrible first, and up to that point, second round of the playoffs, he just came through the last 2 games. But that's who he is. Yeah. But I'm just saying everything fell into line at the same time. The health, the playing well, the pitching.
So it wasn't the championship series. It was the series before that.
The divisional series.
Yes, where he had a bad game. You know what he did right after the game?
Probably had bad practice.
He went out and he was in the batting cage for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's legend. Yeah. I mean, that's goatness right there. Most people will go probably and they
shove a few back.
Yeah.
F it. I got my pick.
He said nope. He went into the batting cage and he watched film and then he did what he did best. Man, let's keep hitting. and it showed. So yeah, I mean, I think that the Blue Jays face a huge dilemma. But you know something, it's not impossible.
They got the offense, especially with Bichette coming back. I don't know if they got the pitching.
I disagree.
It's not impossible.
Gentlemen sweep is the best.
Oh,
4-1.
Ooh.
And 2 of those games will be close, but they just can't get over the hump.
Ooh, he said gentleman's sweep. Wow.
At best.
Wow. I'm going to up you guys one. I'm going to say it's going to go 6 games. I'm going to say 6 games. I just have I have a thing for the underdog, and I think that they're going to make it somewhat interesting.
Well, they couldn't win at home until the end of the series.
Well, that's okay. Listen, you win when you need to win.
You're not going to go.
They started off 0. They started off 0-2, and they were
got
down
the home
3
field
games
advantage, though, right?
Yes, they do.
Because you need these. You need 1, 2, 3, no matter where.
And this is the only sport where obviously where the All-Star game counts, because the All-Star winner gets home field for their division, for their conference, for their league, I should say. But yeah, somehow, some way, the other sports need to incorporate something like this to make it interesting. Otherwise, you're going to get just a game like you see with the NBA All-Stars. I mean, these guys are just like, yeah, we're not going to do anything for 3 3/4 of the game, and then we're going to try to play hard because we know there's points that are involved. And yeah, they need to do something because it actually means something come October. So yeah, but it's I like I said, I got a thing for the underdogs, and I'm going to be pulling for the Blue Jays. I'm going to be pulling for the Blue Jays. So maybe that's why I said 6 games. But I mean, I don't know. You guys, Kevin said gentleman sweep. You said 5 games. So we'll see how our predictions pan out. We'll know as soon as.
Tell me the weak spot in the Dodgers. Everything's clicking right now. It ain't just Ohtani. It's all their pitching.
Everybody's.
Then they move the Japanese guy to be the closer. It's like there's no weak links.
No. So it's just simple, right? If the Blue Jays come out and they hang, say, a 12 spot on, they beat them like 12-2 or 12-3. Now you start thinking.
Get into their bullpen.
Now you start thinking. All right, you start thinking. You're like, oh hell, it's got to be one game at a time. If we learned anything from any of baseball, right? The idiots taught us everything. You take one game at a time. You can't think past that one game. One batter, one out, one game at a time, and you deal with it. You don't look at anything else, and you just go off of that. If they get that first game, it'll change everything. It'll change the whole shape because we're looking at this unstoppable machine with an inhuman dude that they got on the other side. Say he has a bad game. Now, everything starts to change a little bit, but one game at a time.
Well, what's your prediction?
I said 4-2.
4-2?
I said 4-2.
But we all think the Dodgers will get it done.
Yeah. Ultimately, they should get it done. They should. But listen, you got a lot of young guys on Toronto, and
they got one coming back.
But the thing is, with young guys, you don't know no better, right?
Go out there and play.
You just go out there and play.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they don't have an experience. Well, you have to get experience somewhere, somehow, right? You're not just born with experience. You might just go out there and not know the magnitude of the game and just play free spirited, open.
They don't have the experience to the effect of maybe they're obviously having the pressure of a World Series, but these gentlemen obviously
at some point in their life
they've been paid to do what they've been doing for how long now?
That's right.
So
that's right. It goes out the window for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a soft spot for the underdog, so I will be rooting for the Blue Jays come tomorrow and moving forward.
I'm still not fully over Mookie Betts and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So that's why. I mean, that being said, I'm hoping he gets another ring.
Yeah, he's working on number 4. So we shall see. We shall see. So yeah, that'll do it for us this week. Next week when we come back, obviously we'll have a whole new week of football to talk about.
Not really. There's a lot of shitty games.
Well, but you know something?
Guys.
You know, there's a lot of shitty games, but you know what? There's gonna be upsets.
There's always a diamond in the rough.
There's gonna be an upset somewhere in there. So we'll talk about that. We'll have obviously more NBA to talk about, the World Series, and we'll discuss the UFC, the big fight that's going on this weekend. Heavyweights. What's his name?
Interesting. Tom Aspinall.
Aspinall and
Cyril Gain.
Gain, whatever his name is. We'll talk about that as well as much more. So yeah, any closing words before we time out?
Yes, actually. 2 people in the Bedford community we lost this week.
Oh, yes.
Corey Buddy Barboza, great friend to all of us, good guy in the community. Sad to hear about his situation. And today, local athlete that was one of the best basketball players in the area at his time. Athlete. And people don't know that. They know him just for basketball, but he was good in football. He was good in boxing. But we lost Willie Pierce today. So
we're gonna end the show by saying, "Can you give me $1, please?"
Yeah. We got one more collection for Willie coming up, I think. So hopefully everybody can find it in their hearts to make that happen.
Sad.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately. Yeah, I had to kind of glance over that, but yeah, thoughts and prayers to all who family, who knew each one of those individuals, and yes, New Bedford does recognize you all, and you will not be forgotten. All right. With that being said, we're going to sign off. And as always, go ahead and download the WNB1 Radio app, available on all platforms. And until next week, we're out, and we will see you next Thursday. All right. Have a blessed night.
Peace.
We're out.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, sports, talk shows, and a whole lot more. You're listening to the internet's hottest new radio station, WNV1 Radio, New Bedford, Massachusetts, home of the legendary Tavares and Just a Collection.